Hello Year 1, I hope you're all doing okay. As you know, if you've seen our posts, it is Children's Mental Health Week, okay? And while we're doing that, I thought it'd be a really nice, good idea to read this book. Slug Needs a Hug, because we all need to look after each other. We all need to make sure we're all happy, we're all safe and comfortable, okay? So let's read this story. So, once upon a timey, there was a little slimy, spotty, shiny, whiny slug. He was wet and weedy, very, very needy, and always greedy for a hug. His mummy didn't hug him. It began to bug him, and he wondered why, oh why. Is she never snuggly because I am so ugly? Said Sluggy with a soggy little sigh. Oh, he's really sad. He spoke to other creatures with very different features and asked them what they thought to do to make himself more huggable, less slithery and sluggable, for sadly, Sluggy didn't have a clue. Perhaps if you were furrier and fluffier and purrier, said Kitten, then your mum might hug you tight. So Slug put a woolly hat on with a picture of a cat on and a furry jacket just in case she might. Do you think that might make Mum Slug hug him? You look funny, chummy. If you want a hug from Mummy, said Bird, you need more feathers and a beak. Piglet roared with laughter. If it's hugs the slug is after, he needs trotters and a tail and a squeak. Loads of different things he's wearing. Look at him now. With trotters, tail and a coat, and a beak and feathers, Slug met Goat, who told him that he looked a little weird. If you want a hug, my friend, you need horns stuck on the end. And get yourself a handsome goatee beard. Big horns and a beard. Oh, look at that. Look at the bird now. Slug did as Goat suggested, and he sensibly invested in some horns and a moustache made out of string. Moth looked aghast and muttered, and he whispered as he fluttered, Slug, you need some wings, you silly little thing. Slug made himself a pair. He couldn't fly into the air. His wings were scarlet petals from a rose. Although he smelled delightful, Fox declared that he looked frightful, and he'd never get a hug without a nose. Should I lose the beak, thought Slug, if I really want a hug? Would Mummy love me more with just a snout? There was very little space to wear them both upon his face, but Sluggy did, in case of any doubt. So he's wearing both. Look at him now. He barely looks like the Slug at all now. Slug gazed into the brook at his astonishing new look and barely recognised his own reflection. If she doesn't hug you now, then she never will, said Cow, as she gave the Slug a head-to-tail inspection. Hoping Cow was right, Slug chugged through slowly home that night to show his mum his fabulous disguise. But after all he'd done, she didn't recognise her son. Mother, it's me, said Slug. Surprise! But I love you as you are. You're the sweetest slug by far, said Ma. You have been very greatly missed. You're beautiful and charming. If I could, I'd hug you, my darling. But alas, she had no arms. So they kissed. So he's doing all of that for a hug off his mum. But she can't hug him because she has no arms. See, it means even at the end of this story, see, she said, you're the sweetest slug by far. You're beautiful and charming. So he got worried, little baby Slug did, But there was no need to worry, was there? Because Mum would have hugged him if she could. Okay, really nice story that is.